This video is brought to you by Squarespace. When it comes to Beatles record collecting, this is the Holy Grail. The very first stereo pressing of the Please Please Me album, issued on the gold and black Parlophone label in early 1963. Fewer than 1,000 were made. Sales were poor, and surviving copies are now among the most sought-after Beatles records in the world. So to walk into a room and see several of them laid out on the kitchen table is almost unthinkable. But that's just the beginning, because their owner Steve from Beatle Bay doesn't just collect Beatles records, he's devoted his life to this one album. His journey began in childhood playing his father's records and discovering the magic of Please Please Me. What started as a boyhood fascination became a lifelong pursuit, from scouring second-hand shops in London to stumbling across his first gold label stereo pressing for $5 at a jumble sale in New Zealand. Every discovery pulled him deeper. Over time, it wasn't just about collecting, it was about decoding, uncovering misprints, label variations and forgotten quirks that even EMI never documented. And today, that passion has grown into something extraordinary. More than 450 UK copies of Please Please Me, a single album preserved in every form it ever took. I first became aware of Steve's collection after stumbling across his website beatlebay.co.uk, where over the years he's endeavoured to document every record in his collection. And when he offered me the chance to look at the collection for myself, I couldn't resist. So join me right now as we take a deep dive into Steve's unique collection. Well, how many pressings have we got here, Steve, actually?
Well, there is four there, but you've got two. You've got your left and your right, your GR and your RG of your Dick James.
We've got this stereo Gold Please Please Me, by the way. The rarest Beatles record you could ever hope to find, and we've got many copies laid out on his kitchen table.
Yeah, where else would you put them? So you've got yes, you've got four on the table there, but you've got your Dick James version and you've got your Northern Songs versions.
Right.
And your Dick James version, you've got your GR and your RG, and what that is your stamper and your mother codes there. What that means is you've got the playing surface here is the 1G, which is the very, very first, and 1R on the other side. Mm-hmm. And on this side, you've got 1R on this side, but the 1G on the side too. So between the pair of them, you've got your 1G on the side one and your 1G on your side two.
Yeah.
There is another third version, which is the 1A, 1R. But I don't have it. I used to have it, but I sold it, and then I've been looking for it again.
So if anybody else has got one, drop me a line and I'll put you in touch with Steve.
Yeah, a 1A, 1R version.
1A, 1R, Please Please Me Gold Stereo.
There were the three that were version. And of course, before that, you've got your test copies.
Your test pressing, so stereo test pressing side
stereo.
2.
That's the side 2.
Just one disc per side?
Yes. On the other side there, you've got a test tone. Mm-hmm. So on that one there, which is exactly the same as what that one over there is your 1G, this one is exactly the same as that side 2. Mm-hmm. And on this side here, you've got this a complete mono one tone.
It's like a test 100 hertz tone or
test tone, and that's the same on all the, it seems to be on all the same.
And that's the same, but this is the mono one.
But that was the mono, yeah. Interestingly, they didn't do the 1Gs on the monos.
Because you would think there would be 1G, 1G.
You would think so, yeah. So they must have had their own separate machine that was running for test presses that was just set up to 2AP, 2AA2, and they changed the digit every time they did another.
Or they did a lot of test presses.
Well, either that, we've been missing a few, and someone's holding the whole lot of them because I'd say,
do you ever play them?
Yes, I play them all the time. Actually, I do. And usually what happens to these ones here, only once occasionally, just to make sure that they do. But usually when I do, I normally write down here when I've played it where it's thing, whether it crackles, where it ticks, or whether whether it needs cleaning or that type of thing. So I do play all my records constantly. Actually,
right, good to hear it.
Yeah, I'm a big vinyl player. This is my lair. This is where I keep my records and all my.
Oh wow!
All these you see here, these are all the same album. These are all Please Please Me.
So all this
exactly the same album.
British pressings of Please Please Me.
Yes.
Up to what date? From 63
63 right the way up to present day, even though the last two did say it and made in the EU ones.
So you got gold label monos. How many of those have you got?
53 in total.
53 gold label monos.
53 gold label monos.
They're all different.
They're all slightly different. Oh, yep. So you've got your They all started actually. I mean, you got my website, beetlebay.co.uk.
Yeah, I'll put that up on the screen.
Right,
You can have a look at that. Yeah.
they've got all the listings of all the different labels, and they start basically with the test things.
Yeah.
Then you come to this one here, which is your 1H1H, and you've got your WOTZ tax codes.
Tax codes are the things in the middle.
There.
Yeah.
That's the earliest Beetle known tax code, WOTZ. Watts. And I have 7 of these, all different. So they're your original
first pressing.
That's the very first pressing, and that came with the 1H1H. But confusingly, there was actually a normal pressing of a 1H1H. So on your normal standard, your non-groove 1H1H. So you've got that one there as well. Just another collection. So you've got your...
that's a beautiful one, yeah.
1H. So you've got 1H on one side. The 1H I'm referring to is the mother and the stamper. They've got the 1H, one there and the H there. That's so you know where the pressings are. So this has got no grooves, but it's still 1H. So,
okay.
So for a collector, they'll want that one, and that one. Then you start getting over to these. Now you've got your standard 1G, which is your normal one. Then you've got your one... You've got the inner ring. Can you see that little ring?
Oh, yeah, double inner ring. Yeah.
And then on the other side, so one comes out.
Yeah.
And that goes in.
Let's see.
Where's the next lot? And there were 2 different presses of those. There were 2 different Northern Songs running at the same time.
Northern Songs was just before it went to the yellow and black.
That's right. It was the last of the... this one, the standard one with the printing error on the 0 there again.
Oh, I see.
Let's try to... But over here, you've got your crossover, your beginning of your crossover, your Northern to Dick James. So it means you've got your Northern songs on one side.
Yeah.
And then you've got all the Dick James. There's no mention of Northern songs on this side. Sometimes I confuse myself with them times when I think, isn't that the same as the other one there? And it is sometimes. I do literally have to go to my own website to make, is this right? And then I think, oh no, this is completely different. I think, well, I found another one, And then I've got about 6 or 7 or 8 at least I haven't put up there yet, thinking, I've got to stick them up there. So, right, but they're all your Northern songs. Right, that's enough of the gold monos anyway for the time being.
So that's amazing. That's really amazing.
53, as I say 53.
So, yeah, I wouldn't even think about the value for that. But,
well, some of them come over from Japan at, mind you, what did I pay for this one? £925 plus 171 tax and 25 postage. So
it's a £1,000 record.
£1,100. But it's nice. I mean, apart from but it's to me, it's the label. Whether I've got the label or not, really, at the end of the day, and that's got the centre ring. And as soon as I saw that, I had to have that because of the fact that this stump of.
If you have a passion or a collection you like to share or document online, this video sponsor Squarespace can help make it happen. Their cutting-edge design tools can help you set up a stylish, professional-looking website quickly, no experience required. Finding the right look for your site is one of the hardest things to get right, but with Squarespace's AI-enhanced website builder, Blueprint AI, you have everything you need at your fingertips. Choose from their award-winning library of templates or create your own. With state-of-the-art drag-and-drop editing, the possibilities are endless. And if you're stuck for a name for your site, Squarespace Domains makes it easy to find the one that fits best. You can also earn income from your site by setting up a gated membership area. Simply set the price and choose whether to charge a one-time fee or subscription for access. Find out how a Squarespace site can work for you by checking out squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/parlogram to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
So now we're going to the first
yellow and black label. And you've got a 33 and a third there. So that there is a mistake because they soon got rid of that and had it one without that.
That's just a carryover from the black and gold label.
It is, yes.
Yeah. So all that bottom half was what was on the black and gold label.
It's the same text layout. Yeah, they just put it on the top there. Some of you think, there's not a lot of difference, but there are actually a lot of different. There are differences, slightly over on the where you've got the A on this side of the eye, and sometimes you've got the A on the other side of the eye. So there's actually slight differences, and depending on. And again, it's very hard to catch on camera and to me explain, but it's all on the website there. So
a website, folks.
back to the website.
www.beetlebay.co.uk.
It is. I've also got the
link.
That's the one. That's the link.
What's that one? Oh, it's got rubber sole on the back of it. So rubber sole on the back. Please please me on the front. That's a very cool thing,
Isn't it?
I like that.
You don't see that often. Yeah.
That's fun.
This one's with the Beatles. Oh no, this is Please Please Me with the Beatles on one side, and Please Please Me on the other.
So it's Please Please Me on the record, but you've got
the label is Please
with
the Beatles label.
Yeah, they must have. I mean, they're printing so many copies at that time. Crossovers were inevitable, but you rarely see them.
Two side ones.
Two side one labels. Yeah.
With the KT text on one side there.
Somebody's written two side.
Yeah, so they I hadn't noticed that actually before, but yeah, two side ones. You've got side one there, side one there. But of course, it plays side two, but the label is. Now that one's an interesting one.
It's an export sticker.
Is it an export sticker? Is it right? Because it's only on one side. Well, I believe it's Colombia under there.
You think so? How do you know?
Yeah. A fella from Australia contacted me when I think it was probably about 10 years ago now. And he's got one. And his had on both sides. And on one he's got there, on the other one he's peeled it off. And he showed me the peel, and it's got Colombia underneath it.
Well, that's what I mean. It is an export sticker, but it's probably true that it was done to hide the fact that it had the wrong
thing underneath it. So.
Yeah, maybe.
Get myself lost here. No, we'll be going this one here. Yeah, you got your 1.5 rots and your 1G there. But yeah, you've got it on this label now.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's the 65 label. Yeah.
So it's exactly the same mother, exactly the same stampers, exactly the same everything, but with different labels. So this shows this was directly after that particular label. That was the very, very last showing of that label.
Maybe on the same day. Yeah.
Possibly, because it was exactly the same stampers on side, mother stampers on side one and side two. So there you go. So that's that little out the way. Let's move that other way.
That's the other way.
And we haven't even got to the stereos yet. This is what I like to call the ghost label. It's a label that should be like that, but it's like that, and it's got a ghost-like sheen, if you can see. It's very hard to see with it in the light there, but can you see the sheen there, with the difference there? And you've got another one, which is similar. Ooh.
It wasn't just a one-off, because I was thinking this was a one-off because it could have faded or something, but it's obviously a factory error.
It's a factory error. You've got another one.
It's another one.
Another one there, but this one also has got a centre, which I've never seen on any other copy like that. We've got these ones here, and these are sealed, and this one here is an original one from, it's got the fold backs, so I would say that's a 68, 69 or a 70. What do you think?
You hope it is. I think it's a 70, 71.
Well, so yes, I've got a few. They're all different weights actually. On that one, so I haven't weighed that one, but they're all slightly different weights, so you can tell. I've got down to there, but you can actually tell from the different where the comes over. And if you look at Discogs, for instance, where they've got the different, you can tell actually the earlier ones have the tape more over than the slightly later ones.
Oh, this
and then
doesn't
you've got the ones that doesn't have it at all. No, which is brings it to your 80s. We're on stereo at the moment now. Then we've just moved over to stereo. Right, this one here is a little bit strange because if you look at the little 33 and a third, not a lot of people would catch that. You see?
No, is it the same on the other side or just that label?
Yes, no, both sides. It actually came out with that only that one run pressing with that like that. So obviously must have been straight after A Hard Day's Night because that was the same size as the ones from A Hard Day's Night. Okay, you got your Irish ones.
Oh, the Irish.
Your Irish ones. Now you got your Irish ones there, and you can tell because it's usually got IRL there on the. Can you see there IRL for Ireland? Right, this brings it to this little variation. Now this one is even harder to spot because it's got YEA. Yeah.
Oh, instead of YEX.
Instead of YEX. Can you see the YEA there?
Yep.
YEA. Whereas what it should have is YEX. So right, yes, with the one boxes there were loads and loads of different crossover pressings, and I won't so much get into this one, but about that one there with the one fold over.
Oh right, okay, yeah. One flip
I see. Nothing at the top.
Nothing
one
at the two.
One at the bottom.
And the sides, you've got the sellotape side there, so you
that-
know that's.
Yeah. I mean, that was laminated. That should have gone underneath, I suppose.
Well, but then that would be hidden. And it's a blank.
Yeah, it's a bit sort of weird, isn't it? Yeah, interesting.
Another mispress. This one's a stereo this time, but this one's actually the mispresses of stereos are harder to find than the monos. I find. Again, you've got two side twos.
Two side two labels. That's
Two side two labels there on that one there.
Yeah, that's that.
To be honest, actually, I don't listen to the stereo. Please believe me, that much. Funny, I only listen to it when I get a new one in, and I've got to play it just to make sure it, to say yes, thank you very much, or oh, hold on a minute, you see it plays perfectly, and it jumps 3 times, so you've got to make sure. But so I just like anything that doesn't have distortion in the grooves, basically, because you've got your distortion at the end there for a lot of it. And I do find that the pressings are different. You could have a good pressing and you could have a bad pressing, and it might even look immaculate, but when it gets to the last song or so, then you can just hear sometimes a bit of a distortion. You think, oh, you're thinking. But that could be just because of the fact that someone has used a 1.0 stylus through the years, and they might have
You
done
never know what
something.
record
Just
plate's been played on.
No,
what
no.
condition
So,
that needle is in.
but anything, I just like anything that doesn't look scratched, that looks new, that looks. And I've got quite a few third, fourth, fifth presses, which is still the 94, 95-1s. So it's just as good as a lot of them, I think.
Did you find these in London, or did you find them up?
All over the place, actually. I go everywhere. I used to go to Portobello Road back in the day, which is the one in London underneath the flyover there, and used to go and get a lot of the records in there. When you said you would come over and you said, oh, get things that might be interesting, I'm thinking, well, I've got everything that you've got, everything you've seen I've got, whether it will be a Love Me Do and all the da-da-da-da-da. I've got a few bits and pieces, but there's a few, right. Do you know what these are?
These are slicks for the EMI LPs,
Yeah, so you can see the thing, you can see the upside down where that goes round.
Come and have a look at this. Look, got these are for the flipbacks on here. It says printed by Ernest J. Day. That would have been.
I'll bring out a sleeve and you can
we
compare
can
it.
have a look. So these are production slicks for EMI or Garrett and Lofthouse and Ernest J. Day covers. Pinky and Perky. Melody Master.
Yeah, these are the original, because you've got so many of the different ones. You've got that one there, Frank Sinatra. We've even got an Indian one there, and you just happen to have that one there as well. Happened to be in the collection.
Whoa, look at that. An original production slick.
And
British
you can
production
tell
slick.
it's.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, and it's a gold one too.
It's the gold one too. It's the
close on
very,
this.
very, very first one.
The photo begins under the S, which is the gold label cover. That's how you work out the cover's a gold label. There we go. The later ones, it moved slightly to the left under the G. So this is the very first production slick.
Yeah, and it's not even assigned mono or stereo yet, because that was obviously printed over the top of it when it was.
Okay. Wow.
So I know,
really
and of course
good.
you've got the other ones to go with it to prove its authenticity. Because
it's not just a one-off.
It's not just a one-off that
you don't. Quality, you can see the quality is really there. That your modern printing wouldn't get you that.
No, that's the proper lithograph.
We've got on Lionel C Jazz, some Delius.
I mean, even some of those are lovely just to put up, as a picture. Beautiful.
You could put those in a beautiful frame every day of the week, couldn't you? And they would look. They're works of art in themselves. Yeah, that's really nice. Rigoletto. Yeah, so there's a bit of Cliff.
Bit of Cliff, eh?
Oh, that's an album everybody had, and there's one of the original production slicks. I mean, you do see a lot of American slicks sometimes.
You do.
Never any British ones.
No, you don't. I think it's just the way it was made, because the American slicks were literally pasted onto a board, which is, of course, what the butcher cover is, the way it was, and then it was literally put on and pasted on, as an afterthought almost. So they all came from the same source.
Dave Clark 5. There we go. That's a very famous one.
Yeah.
That's got the mono on there. Some do.
Yeah, some do, some don't. Maybe the ones, if they knew there were going to be a stereo, then they had one so they didn't have to print 2 lots. Whereas like this particular might only be mono only. That's right.
Just the Madness and the Specials thing. That looks really cool. Dance Craze. Oh, I remember seeing that in the cinema when I was around.
79, 80, was it? Yeah.
I've seen these go for lots of money now. Dance Craze, but the big one-sheet ones.
Yeah,
go for a lot of money.
That's
a half sheet, and that's really rare. I think it's rarer than the half sheet, the full sheet. I think.
And then you've got The Empire Strikes Back.
Oh yeah. There we go.
But yeah, just saw that. You grab it as you go along.
Oh wow, that's a cool thing. You'll have to get a close up of this, Chris. Let's see if you can get that number in.
There you go. Oh my goodness.
600001. So one of the last ones.
Yeah, it was the highest 6 on the original and then the lowest one on the 1. Wow. There is a video on YouTube of a fellow saying that from 600. 6,000 onwards, yeah, 6,000. Then it turned to mono because it went. You had to 300,000 was mono, then 300,001 to 5999 was stereo, and then your 6,000. So that would be back to your first mono because that was mono again.
It doesn't have a stereo. On
no, it was definitely. And I mean, I could have changed the because it does actually jump on one of the records there, and I could have jumped, but I've kept it, you know, so it is original as it was.
I think with important numbered sleeves, the record's not important.
No,
they can be replaced.
That's right. That's exactly
people
right.
People want the sleeves, and some people change the numbers. You know.
Yeah. Well, you could do that with the 6 and make it 000001.
No, well, nobody would believe in that.
Well, no, but
that's a very nice number. It's high, but it's very attractive.
You've got the 000001 on it. Yeah. So there's only 050001 and 04 and 03 and 02. But obviously somebody's got those. But
another great find.
What's that there?
This Motown. Oh, that's got a single. What's that?
Don't Let Me Down, Goodbye. And what it was this fella here. He's got it here. Among the numbers I recently acquired from a former member of the quality control department at EMI pressing plant from 62 to, and this was the fella that his daughter sold me all these, and
so hold on, this has got Don't Let Me Down on this side. That's Honey Child, Martha Reeves and the Vandellas from 67. The other side got the same label.
And Goodbye by Mary Hopkins.
So it's got a mislabeled, mispressed. Yeah,
test copy, but ideally, really, and with that thing there, that was his initials. You've got there's a few, about that one there.
Dizzy Miss Lizzie export. That looks like 70s pressing.
Well, then look on the other side.
Polo ring. Oh, it's got Edwin Starr from 1968.
Yep.
On the back of it. So does that play Dizzy Miss Lizzie?
Nope.
It's just a label, just losing up the labels.
And I've got 2 of those, so you can pick one.
Yeah. That's the rarest export single the Beatles made.
Right. Next thing I'd like to show you is my Hofner violin bass, and this bass is from 1961. It's been stripped at the moment because I took it to a guy to get the neck reset. But that there is an original one from 1961. You can tell because of it's got the 2 close through there. You've got the Hofner violin bass like that. You've got your rugby head tuners, but more importantly, you've got your 1961 electronics, and you can tell they've got codes on there, so 1961. So, and then you've got your original closed. So there we go. But
and the original Cavern sock.
There's an original Cavern. I only got that there because I don't want to scratch the. With the strings there, you see, where you got the strings, and you got the bridge there as well that sits there. It was a floating bridge, and you can tell it's got the serial number up the top there, which is from the Van Wall company over in the Netherlands, where that was imported to from Germany. Because over here, they weren't imported until 1963, 64, because obviously the Beatles, you see. So a lot of the ones that were over here, which were sold by Selma, they were the later ones, Paul McCartney's second one with the pickups, the one everyone knows, whereas the original ones you could only get from Europe at the time, or Germany, because of the fact that there were only a handful made. They're all handmade, you see. They didn't make them, they pretty much made them to order, really. I need to find a hero that can fix other people's mistakes.
There you go. If you can fix, Steve's bass, let me know in the comments, and we'll pass your details on. So Steve's not only an ace record collector, he's also an ace musician, and he's going to tell us about his wonderful-looking bass.
Well, I don't know about ace musician, but I've been playing bass all my life. I've been playing guitar all my life, and playing ska bands and Beatle bands, as you do. But this is a Rickenbacker 4001, which is the same bass as what McCartney used from 66 onwards pretty much. And it's a much deeper, bassier bass, and it's actually a lot more precise than a Hofner violin bass. It's Hofner violin bass, which he used from 61 to 65, 66 and 1970, is almost like a toy. It's almost like balsa wood. It really is literally, if you look at him on stage, he's literally waving it around because it's so light. But it also means that when you try and get a real bass, you can't really get a good bass punch out of it because it's open, hollow, it's Hofner violin bass. So that when he got one of these, then he really fell in love with it, which you do because of the sound. And no matter what you play, with a Rickenbacker bass 4001, the frets are in the right place. You can feel them. You don't really have to look at them to find out. You know, with a Hofner violin bass, McCartney didn't have dots on the side, so it's amazing how he didn't look at it all the time. Obviously, from all the hours he spent in Germany playing that, but you do need dots on the side there to show you where your 3rd, 5th, and 7th frets are usually. But McCartney's didn't. But I use this for playing ska rather than Beatles. Only because really that's the type of music that I was into. That was playing live. Really, Beatles. There's loads of Beatles cover bands, but ska, you get people dancing, and you'll always be invited to their parties. So.
So my sincere thanks to Steve for showing us his collection. If you have any questions or would like to get in touch with him, email me at the address in the description, and I'll pass it on to Steve. Also, big thanks to my friend Chris for performing camera duties on the day. I don't know what I would have done without you. If you'd like to look at Steve's collection online, you can visit his website beatlebay.co.uk, where you'll find all the details you'll ever need about the UK pressing of the Please Please Me album. If you'd like to know more about the backstory of the Gold Label Stereo Edition, check out our dedicated video on it right here. But that's all for this one, so I'll say bye for now, and thanks for watching.